Hi babies! Hi. I hope this video finds you well. This is a general message, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Whenever you find it, it is the right time because it is timeless. I will never reach out to you for personal readings because I'm not doing them. So please report those people. I will let you know if I ever decide to do personal readings. And I would not reach out to you like that, so don't give those people your money if you don't want to. All right. All right, let's get into it, shall we? Clear messages that are aligned with only pure source. So the song that I got on shuffle is Come Sail Away by Styx. And the thing that stuck out to me the most is a gathering of angels appeared above my head. They sang to me this song of hope, and this is what they said: come sail away. Come sail away. Come sail away. Come sail away with me. And then it said, I thought they were angels, but to my surprise, we climbed aboard their spaceship. We headed for the skies, singing, come sail away, come sail away. So, with that, I grabbed my handy dandy Dreamer's Dictionary and flipped to a random page and picked a random spot, and it is iron. Many of the ancient oracles believed that metal in a dream was a symbol of difficulties, but others preferred to regard them as a sign of strength. A consensus leads to the conclusion that iron in any form or color predicts slow but steady advancement towards the dreamer's ultimate goal. So what I'm getting here is there is some serious difficulties going on here. You're struggling. You're like, man, what the fuck? What the hell? What the heliante? What's going on? Why is this so hard? You might be meeting just roadblock after roadblock, a bunch of interpersonal problems, stuff like that. This is all, damn it. Well, it's gone now. I lost my page. Maybe that's all that needed to be said. This is all happening. It's heading you towards your goal. You need this. This is it's funny because it's a test of your mettle, and it's metal. So this is a test of your valor, your worthiness, your strength. It's super fucking annoying because bro, come on. However, where you're headed, what goal you're headed towards, let's say it's interpersonal stuff and you have a bunch of people around you that are just miserable, they're angry all the time, they're impatient, they're shitty, they're sabotaging you. You know, you're dealing with a lot of people with insecurities that want to bring you down, that stuff. This is all testing your inner strength, because wherever you're headed, whatever goal you have, that is required. So interesting, I looked down and we have the Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck. That is required it's requiring this certain strength. And look, with that Page of Swords, I almost thought it was the Fool out of the corner of my eye. She's about to take a leap, but she's watching and observing and, oh, I don't know, let me investigate this first before I make the leap of faith, right? It's like the Fool, but she needs some hard data first. Well, because you were operating out of some sort of fear or needing some sort of proof, let's say you didn't fully trust yourself in some aspect, so you needed some sort of proof. So you essentially asked for this because you're wanting to go towards this goal and you need to get this proof to take this leap of faith. This is challenging you. This is putting you in a situation that you're going to learn how strong you are, what you're made of, how and it's interesting because when you heat up metal and cool it off really fast, like let's say iron, you change the molecules to a point that it can harden. So you're being hardened, you're being tempered, you're being alchemized, shifted, transmuted into something stronger. Queen of Cups. So you're being tenderized, I guess. This is helping you understand, because see how she's holding that cup? This is helping you understand, like, there's power in emotions, there's power in experience. And this is also telling you that you have that, like, quick, lightning fast intuition, and you can trust it. Being hammered by all of this stuff around you, like people with strong emotions, they're hurting you, they're saying hurtful things, they're sabotaging you, whatever it is. They're also feeling uncomfortable emotions, so they want you to feel uncomfortable, all that type of stuff. Like, all of this is like making you stronger. And it's like strength and surrender. So you're softening yet becoming stronger. It's like tensile strength. So something with a higher tensile strength, like a metal, it's pulled apart this way. It ends up being more movable. Like, it's not as hard, it's not hardened. So you would think like, oh, it's softer, so maybe it's not as strong, but it has a stronger tensile strength. And we have the Judgment card at the bottom of the deck. It says fame. All of this is like gearing you up because you need to see how strong you are, and others need to see how strong you are. It's unfortunate because it just feels like nothing but like heartbreak and pain, and just like, man, why can't people be cool? Like, why does this have to be this way? Whatever it is. It's and that Judgment card is also associated with raising in vibration. Like in the song, they get on a spaceship and sail away. They're raising in vibration. They're going to the stars. They're going back to what they came from. You are of pure source. You are of the universe. You are of God. That is you coming back to this and this remembrance. So all of these things around you, these troubles and pains and all of this, it's actually a reminder, and I guess I should say a test of what you're actually made of, like what you are. The 3D shit doesn't matter. It's just a test to test your inner strength, your intuition, your inner knowing. We have the crab here, Cancer card. And it looks like the little crab is reaching for the stars. You're raising in vibration, therefore all of this shit is happening because you're the Queen of Cups is associated with because there's little hermit crabs on there. It's associated with Cancer. And the water signs, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And a crab is hard on the outside, but it's soft on the inside. So it's like, this is teaching you boundaries, yet you still have the unconditional love, the softened heart within you. You're holding strong boundaries, but you also have nurturing, loving, unconditional love, strong, loving qualities. Cancers are very protective too of what is theirs, their family and stuff like that. The Mother. We have 23, the falconer. It's interesting because this guy is wearing like a little hula hoop, and I'm seeing it as like a protective thing to, so that little dog doesn't jump up on him and scare the bird or something, or like hurt the bird. So it's like you've created, and that's another boundary around the dude to protect that. You know, birds are looking from a higher perspective. Messages from God, from the Great Spirit. So this person is receiving these big messages from God, and sometimes it's painful. We have 27 twice on my computer here, so let's see what that is. So, sometimes people don't like to hear those messages from God, because we like to live in our ignorance sometimes. We like to live blind. We like to, because the truth hurts sometimes. So you have this great knowledge, this intuitive gift to bring messages. And as you keep raising in vibration, you are highlighting these truths to people that are in lower vibrations around you, and you're highlighting their demons and their lower vibrations that's not working for them anymore. So it's making it brighter and brighter and more obvious. So you have to have these strong boundaries in order to be this divine messenger. So this is why these painful, awful things, like, a good example would be like people coming in my comments like pissed off, or somebody asks your opinion of something, or honestly, I could just see somebody like coming at you, just watching you, and you're living in your truth, and that is you being a divine messenger just by living in your truth, in your authenticity. And that's upsetting to people because you're giving them this message that they don't quite understand, that they're living inauthentically. So it aggravates them, it irritates them, and it makes them want to lash out. And you have to have these boundaries up so you don't get affected, because you do have soft insides. You are a caring, loving person, but you also have to have that protective outside, like the crab. Your intuition is very strong, because I keep getting drawn to that little globe that's inside that cup on the Queen of Cups. And it's lightning fast. There's a lot of purple in these cards too, so there's a lot of intuition, a lot of magic happening. We have the dragon in reverse. People might be saying like really fucking mean things, like you're misusing your power, or let's say that there's like people that are spiritual around you and they have some truths that they aren't ready to hear, or they're living in some sort of ignorance towards themselves, and they're living inauthentically. And so they might be saying like, oh, you're misusing your power, that's not very spiritual, that's not very loving of you, whatever it is to say this stuff. Or this might be you just being like, hey, I don't want to go to your party. Like that level of things. Like, it's so upsetting to these people. Or a good example would be like you telling your mom you don't want to go visit her. Like honest things, like you're like, hey, I just don't want to go. I don't have the energy. I got to do a few other things. Like, I'm choosing this. And they spiral down their little rabbit hole and go into their own insecurities, like, oh, like my child doesn't love me, or whatever the fuck it is. But it's like, bro, I was just telling you because you asked, like, and I don't want to lie to you. I'm living authentically. I don't want to go. That doesn't mean I hate you or whatever it is. But they take it like that because they're experiencing all this stuff. So they lash out at you. They say these awful, hurtful things. 9 of Wands in reverse. That's because they're still living in their traumas, still living in the war, their battle within themselves. And you, because that's the shadow versus their conscious mind, and they're still battling this. I did see the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck before I started shuffling. There it is. Queen of Swords. Like, you see right through it. You speak your truth. See how she cut the head off that dude? Like, you cut off people's masks by being your authentic self, and people don't like that. They say you're misusing your power, you're being hurtful or whatever it is, but truly, you're living your truth. And so people want to lash out at you. Like, you're doing what you want. You're not coming at people like in inauthentic ways. If you don't want to do something, you don't do it. Or you weigh the options like, oh, okay, I think this person needs this, I'll do this because I feel like being generous with my energy. And you know the limit, so you go do this thing. Or you're like, okay, I'm at my limit, I gotta go. They don't like that because they have this low self-worth, the worries of like what their family thinks, and being rejected from their clan or their tribe. I'm putting that in quotes because their clan, their tribe should love them no matter what and accept them. Like, oh, okay, cool, like you don't have energy for this, that's all right, we love you nonetheless. Like, and we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. They're still living. They think you're misusing their power. They're still fighting this. They're afraid of their power and their truth. So they're bringing you down, trying to pull you down. And it's funny because we have crabs, like crabs in a bucket. Crabs that will try to get out of the bucket are going to pull the other one crab back. And none of them will get out. So because they want you back with them. They don't like you raising in vibration, getting on your little spaceship and going away, because that scares the shit out of them, because they need to see the proof. They need to know that it's safe to make this leap of faith. So they're looking for all of this information. They're looking for the proof, the safety, because their faith isn't as strong as yours. They want all this proof. They play all these little games, and because they're afraid to walk away with that Eight of Cups in reverse. They're afraid to walk away from their beliefs that they're living under, that are no longer serving them. They're miserable. They get angry and hostile, everything. And they want to pull you down with them because they're afraid to be in their true freedom and authenticity. Death card in reverse. They're afraid to let go. And I'm seeing that like that Queen of Cups earlier. Bitch, look at that. So we have the Choice, that's the Lover's card in this deck. With that Death card has the two heads, see it? So it's like you, instead of choosing other people, you choose yourself. You're like, bro, I'm the only one in this body. Like, I'm gonna choose myself because it's not serving to sacrifice myself for these people. Or I was doing too much. I was sacrificing for my happiness, for acceptance. And then you start changing, you start growing, you make the choice to choose yourself. That doesn't mean you're selfish, or you still give and you're still generous and you're still, but these people, they can't choose that because they're afraid of losing this camaraderie or this quote-unquote belonging. But it's inauthentic because they're living false. And so they think they have this tribe, they think they have this group, this togetherness, gang, tribe, whatever you want to call it, but it's inauthentic because they're keeping that tribe near them by living fake, false, hiding parts of themselves, starving parts of themselves that desire to be fed. And there's such a strong abandonment wound there that they can't walk away. They can't let this go. They can't choose themselves. So they say, if this is somebody that like knows you have a strong intuition, or that you're strong in your faith or whatever it is, they, with that dragon card in reverse and the death card in reverse coming right on top of that, so we have Prudence here that just fell out. They're saying that you're misusing your power, or that you're misusing your faith. I forgot the word, but it's like people that are strong in their faith, allegedly, and stuff like that, or like religious, they'll use that as a way to like highlight that they're good, or they keep it so loud that you don't see their shadow aspects. So that's what they're not realizing, that they have two sides of themselves too. It's like, oh, well, you're choosing this. They're not acknowledging your power. They're not acknowledging your self-love. And because they don't like, so I'm seeing that the old man within her, they don't like that's making me think of the hermit. They don't like what's in them, deep within them. So they point fingers outside of themselves instead of realizing, like, questioning, like, why am I so angry? Why am I so mad? Why am I so triggered by this? They want to point fingers because they met a level that they can't get past. They're not ready to get past. They're not ready to accept. We have the goat, the Capricorn card. I really like that because we have, I just realized, we have Cancer and Capricorn. They are sister signs. They're opposing signs. They're the same coin, just two different sides of it. So that's that strong nurturing and strong boundaries and protection, emotional depth. Capricorn is strength, perseverance. They do also have that emotional depth, but they also have that Saturnian part where they sacrifice. They can ground themselves because they're earth. So, and they're aware that time is fleeting. They're constantly aware of that. So they don't get lost. So you have these two sides of yourself. Yes, you're very emotional, dreamy, nurturing, loving, but you're also very driven, aware that time is fleeting. You're aware that I can't put this on hold. That's choosing yourself. Capricorn chooses themselves. They have strong foresight. Bitch, what the fuck does this song say? Oh, that's what it was in the book, where the with Iron being saying that you are still, it might be difficult, it's strength though, and you're still going to meet your goals. This is part of your journey to your goals. Capricorn is very goal driven, very, very, very goal driven. They can see the long haul. They have that Saturnian sight, that thinking, to where they can have patience and sacrifice for this greater plan, this greater goal. And Cancer likes nurturing, home, security. The goat does also like security, but they can sacrifice certain things for a goal. They're willing to, it's like everything has a price. They're willing to pay the price. You have both of those qualities. You have your two sides of the same coin. And because you've integrated your shadow, your light, your duality, your dichotomy, your polarity, your opposition, you are aware that you are a complex being, and you accept that, and you're good with that. You're with that Prudence card. It's like, I know I am two sides of the same coin. I have both of that. And it's upsetting to people with that dragon in reverse, because that power is terrifying to them within themselves and within you, because they cannot integrate that, because they'll lose their tribe. They'll lose their security. That's what they think. And so that's where they're stuck. And so it's upsetting, because they want to sail away. They hear you saying, come sail away, come ride with me, come raise in vibration. They've been able to keep up with you up until this point, but You're at a point where they're at this crossroads where they have to make this sacrifice, that Saturnian choice. Are you going to sacrifice for the long haul, the big goal, the larger picture, or are you going to be stuck in this inauthentic living path, you know, whatever you want to call it, situation, to keep the peace, to keep the tribe, to keep this security, instead of following your faith, following your intuition, and risking, because you don't know what's going to happen. You may lose your tribe, you may not, but this person doesn't, or these people don't want to sacrifice losing that tribe. So they point their fingers, because that is fucking scary to them. You are scaring the shit out of them with your faith, with your raising in vibration, because you're that highlighting your light, that vibration, it's shaking up all of these fears and insecurities within them. And we have the Ram. We have 3, this is Aries. We have 3 cardinal signs out here. You are a leader. You are showing them how the fuck to do it. And they are scared. Also, they are bullheaded like a motherfucker. They're scared. They're stuck. They're like, no, it has to be my way. It has to be my way. You are in uncharted territory. Both Capricorn and Aries are very bullheaded. I mean, fuck, all of them are, but they're willing to butt heads. They're willing to fight for what they believe in, right? Because, like, I'm just seeing the goat and the ram butting their heads, because they both do that. That's how they fight. Once again, we have the Judgment card at the bottom of the deck. Damn, so this is a great awakening. And you're starting to feel that people can't keep up, because there's certain sacrifices they don't want to make. And so people are trying to pull you down, pull you back, because they're like, whoa, I'm losing control here. What the fuck? Like, I don't like this. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck. That is like somebody, like, that's that hot-headed teenager energy. Because this is a great awakening, so it's highlighting their old coping mechanisms. Well, I just got to get angry because I don't understand. I got to get angry because I'm scared. So the only way to face this fear is by getting angry and fighting, or, you know, whatever, the finger pointing, all of that. It's got to be something outside of myself. And it's also highlighting some pain and traumas from that teenager, adolescent years that happened, you know, to whoever these people are. Like, it's really bringing up not only like the primary years of, like, as you're being formed as a baby and stuff, but it's bringing up later on too. And so that stuff's like more remembered, like it's like unconscious and conscious, because those memories are coming up through the conscious. It's like, oh, I remember when I was 12 or whatever, this happened. And then it's also an unconscious wound that triggers, it like goes even further down this like wormhole. I have 144 on the clock here. And we have Temperance at the bottom of the deck. You are literally living in 2 worlds. Ooh. Okay, those wanted to come out. You are living in 2 worlds. Bitch, look, she has 1 foot on the ground and 1 foot in the water. Capricorn, Cancer. You're living, it feels scary as shit, because they don't know how to live equally balanced. They don't know how to mix those parts of themselves. Because that's what the Temperance, it's alchemy. It's bringing all the pieces together. It's sometimes associated, like they'll have scientists or chemists on the card, because it's like they're mixing all these chemicals to make another chemical. Like, you're bringing all the awful things in your life and all the good things in your life together to create this dope-ass experience. And you're alchemizing the bad things and turning it into fuel, and you're juicing up the good things. It's all coming together into this great experience, and it's scaring the shit out of people, because they don't know how to do that. They're scared to do it, because then they might lose this false security that they've been clinging to their entire life. And we have the Grail in reverse at the bottom of that. They think because a lot of these people are very intelligent. They do have a strong faith, so they think, anyway, I'm just saying it like it is. They think that they're spiritual. They think they have this knowledge, and that there's some arrogance in there because they've done all this research and they've read the Bible, or they've done this and they go to church and they do all these things. So there's this arrogance of like, well, I believe, I have strong faith, I do this, I do that. But there's a limit to what they're willing to test. And you're just going further and further with all of these 3 cardinal signs being here. Like, you are trudging through, you are trailblazing, and that's scaring the fuck out of them. I definitely get, like, you are, one, you either have like a high, like in your big 3, so that would be your sun sign, which is your actual like birthday month, when you're born. So like if you're a sun sign, that would be a Capricorn or a Cancer or whatever. Like, you're one of the cardinal signs, so that'd be Libra, Capricorn, Cancer, and Aries. You either have that in your big 3, so that'd be sun, moon, rising, or your south node is one of these. So that would, and it, that'd be your south node and north node. That would be your destiny in your chart. So if you can go on like astro.com or Astrology Cafe or whatever and look up your chart and just find those things out, because that might be confirmation for you. So I'm getting, it's like you have a lot of cardinal energy within you, or that's like your south node, north node. So that's just a side note. That might be confirmation for you. Or the people that you're dealing with right now have that as well. So it's like you're meant to ride together with each other. See how like this falconer, there's 2 people interacting with each other. They're like, hey, I have a pet too. You're like, yo, I have a pet, but it's like fucking dangerous, okay? Like, you gotta stay back. I don't want you to get hurt or your dog to get hurt. Like, this is a serious thing. Like, your dog better be trained. Like, this is some serious shit, dude. Like, this came with a lot of responsibility. We have the Scorpion, so we have the Scorpio card. The Queen of Wands. So that Scorpion card, if you know and feel this knowing that you're supposed to raise in vibration with these people that you're dealing with right now, and they're very triggered, angry, finger pointing, a lot of bullshit's happening, you know that they're supposed to be your soul tribe and raise in vibration, they have to crash out essentially, because that's what the Scorpion does. That's what Scorpio does. They have to get to such an awful, disgusting, deep, painful point to where they have to burn. They're the Phoenix energy. They have to burn alive to finally raise in vibration and come out of it. You didn't have to crash out as hard. You're like, oh, I get the message. Okay, this lifetime, this timeline, this is easier for you. You didn't have to go through all of these awful things because you got the signs. It didn't have to be that bad. When I said that, I saw all 3s on the timer. So you are really tapped in with the ascended masters. Like, you get messages from them. You may have been fucking up, you may have been on the wrong path, but it's like if you easily got off, you're like, oh shit, okay, I've been fucking up, like I'm getting the message, like I get it, yes, thank you. These people, they also get these messages. However, there's some rigidity because Scorpio is a fixed sign, so they're stuck. They keep things the same. They need to crash the fuck out. They need to burn and hit rock bottom and like essentially start themselves on fire, burn it to the ground so they can finally get the message, because they're so stubborn. They don't want to see it. So they have to hit so you're like, okay, I thought I was supposed to raise in vibration with these people. I thought they were my soul tribe. Why is there this like gap now? Why is there this dissonance now? Because you're like, you're going, and there's no like stopping. In fact, every time like message you take and you're learning, like every leap of faith you take, everything you do, it accelerates even more. You get, you know, more fuel efficiency. Like you can just shoot to the stars easily. You're like, oh, like I said, I thought they were angels, but to my surprise, we climbed in their space, their starship. It's like, damn, I thought these were angels. No, these are light beings. These are like something even like your expansion of understanding is growing more and more. It's not just what you thought it was. It was something even deeper, like these ascended masters, all of that. It's like you're getting these messages. These people are getting that too, but they're ignoring it. They know, they actually might have even spoke upon this, like but it's like they speak it on you, like it's you, that you're the problem or whatever it is. They're getting these messages and they're literally like, I'm seeing it's like they're getting these messages into their brain and they're speaking it out loud, but they're not taking it as a message for themselves. They think it's you. So they're like getting all confused and lost and think that they're like doing these right things and that they don't need to change and blah, 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 blah. This person or these people are going to have to hit rock bottom. They are going to have to pull a Scorpio and just like have this horrible blown up, start on fire, turn to ash and rise from those ashes. Because like, you're like, okay, I don't need to do this. I'm just going to simply step away, take the leap of faith. They need to feel this pain, this darkness. Like you're doing the same thing because you're like, oh shit, I was living in fear. Like you're coming to these understandings. It's still not comfortable, but they need this extreme discomfort because they are not getting it. It's like, I'm literally seeing them like getting this message, because that Queen of Wands is like confidence in your magic, in your power, in yourself. They think that they have this confidence and power and all of this, but it's still this falsity. There's still this fakeness to it. And it's like, I appreciate the confidence, but like, no, that's not it. That's not, it's this stubbornness to that. And they're literally like, I'm just getting, it's like they have these dreams that are telling them this stuff. They're getting all these subtle signs, but it's not enough. They are going to have to get to a point that it just blows up on them so they can finally rise from that, because they are not getting it any other way. And it's frustrating because you're like, yo, like I thought we were supposed to like do this together. I thought this was us. Why is this not happening? What is this? It's hard. It's a difficult thing because you're like, you're facing these challenges, and then these people that you trusted and you felt that you were rising in vibration with them, it's like now there's this gap and this dissonance. They've got to blow up. They have to have their pain and whatever it is, because we've all had our experiences, but it's like you learned from these little things. You're like, yeah, I don't enjoy this, so I'm going to listen to my intuition because it's more rewarded when I do that. I'm going to step further into my faith instead of operating out of fear, anger, you know, and that's ultimately where these like hurtful things and the anger and the name calling, finger pointing, all of that stuff that they're doing, sabotage, envy, this is all fear. This is all stuff that's meant to keep them in this lower vibration and from raising in vibration, making these big choices, and, you know, the fear of losing their tribe and all of that. That's to keep them small. You already got past this. You're like, whatever. Like, we all have our different lessons. I'm looking at this Queen of Wands card, and like, I'm seeing it's like that little cat is her familiar. This little cat is meant to give her messages, and the cat looks annoyed as fuck. The cat is like, bruh, just fucking listen to the damn message. No, I know what I'm talking about. I know. No. So that, like, I'm getting these people are very intelligent, very spiritually advanced, interested in, they might read on Hermetic teachings and Kabbalah and do all this stuff, but it's just knowledge. They're not applying it. They're very intelligent people. They might read into psychology, do all these things. They do little magic every day and all of these. They know how to manifest, but there's this cockiness, arrogance to it that it's like this false confidence in something that's not true. It's still a mask, a facade. And their spirit guides are like, bruh, just listen to the fucking message. Like, do we have to go to this point? Does it need to get that loud? Yes. This person might have a lot of fixed sign energy. They might have a fixed sign moon, or sun, or Mercury. So that would be Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius. So sun, moon, Mercury is what I'm getting, if that's helpful. And so if this is you, maybe this is something to look at. This might be you. No, I know. I've read a lot of books. You know, it's like, yes, you have a lot of knowledge, but you're not applying it. It's like people that, this is probably going to piss people off, but I've met a lot of people that have gone to like psychology school, you know, gotten their psychology degree and stuff like that. Or that was like I don't even know, what is it, the secondary, not they minored in psychology or something like that. So they did this stuff, and so they get all this knowledge, but they don't, and they apply it on everyone else around them. They put people around them under the microscope, but they don't turn it on themselves, because it's like they're somehow immune with all of this knowledge. It blinds them to their own things that are within them. They don't turn it on themselves, or, you know, only what feels good and what, because this like great knowledge has blinded them emotionally or spiritually, however you want to take it. It's blinded to themselves. They can point out stuff on everybody else, but it's like when it comes to them, they can't look in the mirror. It's not as a fear or whatever, or I don't know what it is actually. I've had a lot of encounters with these types of people, so this is coming up. So get mad at me in the comments, whatever. You're probably triggered and you need to look at that. This is you and your arrogant ass Queen of Wands energy. Like, yes, it's confidence, but it's still a mask. Your turn, like, and that's just what I'm getting. It's like, I'm looking at that cat. It's like your spirit guides, or this person's spirit guides, are like so annoyed. Like, bro, like, please, we don't make us make it louder. Come on. It's like, do we really have to blow your life up again? Again? Do we really have to put you there? Oh, if this is somebody around you, they may have lost like a lot of partners. Like, let's say, like, I don't know, this is just a random, like, you know, somebody that like lost their first husband, and then they got with somebody else, and then that person like got really sick and died. Like, and then they like, you know, started dating somebody, and that person, like, they split up, but then later on, like, that person died. Like, so it's like they get this, like, they're getting these messages over and over and over again, but they're not fully, it's like they're looking outside themselves. They're not looking within. They're not wanting to shine the light within. They want it to be outside of themselves. They're needing these extreme circumstances to finally shake them awake. And this is like a PTSD kind of thing too. So if these people had like just a lot of bullshit in their life, it's like a PTSD thing. Like it has to be to a certain extreme for them to finally like break out of these wounds and operate out of this trauma. I'm sure this is going to piss a bunch of people off, whatever. Y'all get mad in the comments, whatevs. We have the Magician and the Mirror, number 53. Rest and Rejuvenation. And Cornucopia. So you keep doing what you're doing. You just manifesting and being your dope ass self, like, is going to highlight magic is real. Like, things can come from nothing. Like, you can make magic happen, dope shit happen, miracles happen, however you want to place that. It doesn't have to make sense. And you need to reflect that to them so that they can finally reach this healing point so y'all can enjoy yourselves. Like, you're going to this cornucopia thing no matter what. Like, don't even trip. Like, start meditating, keeping those emotional and spiritual boundaries up, physical boundaries up, whatever needs to happen with these angry ass, like triggered ass people, while, because they're raising in vibration, but they're just gonna have to crash the fuck out if they don't start listening. Like, their guides are gonna be like, all right, motherfucker, I guess we gotta start ringing the alarm bells then. Oh, that's not enough? All right, let's burn the house down. Here we go. You're still headed to the cornucopia. They are supposed to go towards that also, but they need it worse. They need some bullshit because they're not hearing the message. It's frustrating. Yeah, bro. Literally, what did I say earlier? It's like they were at a crossroads and you chose a path, you took the leap of faith, you did it, but they're still stuck at the crossroads and they're like, I don't want to lose my tribe, my people. We have the indecision card at the bottom of the deck as the underlying energy. And under this deck, we have fortitude, we have the strength card in reverse. So it's an insecurity of making this decision, this leap of faith, because they're like, oh, okay, both things are unknown. Look, on that card, it says the signs are unknown. It's a true leap of faith. And that has them stuck. They're stuck. Dude, they have been riding with you this entire time, but it's like this last leap of faith you've taken has them stressed to the max. They feel out of control. They're spiraling. It was like they were cool riding with you and all of that. They had their little tribe, their little sense of security. So they were still able to bring that little thing with them. But this decision that you made, that they're supposed to follow you or, ride with you and make this other leap of faith to rise in vibration with you, this has them scared as shit because it's unknown and they can't take their little tribe, their little codependencies. Like that could be either like drinking or, they would have to give something up that has really been like their little security blanket, and they're not ready for that. They're stuck. They're in this indecision. They will meet you. They will. I see it. It's happening. We have two interesting, because we have the cornucopia and the fortitude, the strength card. Both are number 11. So 1111, that shit's happening. Like you don't even have to worry. As long as you keep your boundaries up and keep trekking, use that Capricorn energy, keep working towards your goals, regardless of what's happening around you, stay strong. Don't let their projections, their fears, their grasp at power, control, whatever it is, like how they're trying to hurt you and put their fear on you, all this stuff. Keep trekking, because you are going towards this cornucopia. You are going towards these goals because you're making the sacrifices. You're doing these things. They're stuck at this crossroads because they don't want to give up these things. They're not ready. So they're coming with you at some point. They just have to crash and burn. They have to crash the fuck out. They have to lose it all because they're not getting the signs. They have that arrogance. Oh, I know best. And I know I don't have to let this go. This is your existence is absurd. I know things because I'm spiritually advanced. I know a lot of knowledge. I've read a lot of books. I've done a lot of research. I went to school, whatever it is. I went to I went to the retreats. I did all these things. It's like, yes, but you're not applying it. You're using all of that stuff and telling everybody else how to live their life and turning the microscope on everything else but yourself. And so this indecision that they're living in, they are being forced into this. And it's going to have to burn. They need that explosive, violent, painful experience to finally pull their head out of their ass and finally catch up. It's like they have this, they're coming with you. Like I'm getting, it's like you know that they're coming with you. You felt this, you've had this knowing, but it's like you're in this confusion. Like, what the fuck? I thought this was like it. Like, you know, this might be like a friend or a family member that you really care about, and they're, or a lover or whatever, and they're just not rocking with you anymore. Like, they were able to stay with you and do this shit, but it's like now they can't. Sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron. Yeah, bitch, what I say earlier with all that purple intuition, you are following your intuition. You are getting messages from Archangel Metatron. I actually have Metatron's cube tattooed on my chest, so if that's confirmation, if you see that symbol anywhere, you are getting these intuitive messages. Like this, you might associate with this, or you've seen that symbol places, lots of things. Like, this has been a fucking sign. You're getting it. This person might also be seeing these messages, and like Metatron is trying to like step in and be like, yes, you are soul family. You are supposed to raise in vibration. You are all part of this greater plan. We have the fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. This is a matter of the heart. Like, they have this confidence, they have this knowledge. So these people are very intelligent, they absorb information, they can have the strength and discipline to read and do research. But when it comes to matters of the heart and emotions, that's when they shut down. They keep these walls up, so they aren't aware that these emotions and these traumas are actually inhibiting and blocking certain things. Is keeping them in this indecision. It's keeping them from looking at themselves in a certain way. They might be able to reflect in some things, but others not so much. Oh, okay. Remember I said a long time ago to number 27 and I didn't read it? We got the number 27 card, so it was like, hey, don't forget that. The angel number 27 signifies spiritual awakening, balance from the 2, and inner wisdom from the 7. Suggesting you're on the right path, aligning your actions with soul purpose, and receiving divine support for spreading positive messages. What did I say earlier? You're a divine messenger. You bring the truth. Often leading to new beginnings or heightened spiritual awareness, especially as you approach deeper consciousness cycles. Yo, and it's walking away. You're like digging deep into this shit, and you're like, okay, I gotta leave that behind. Good to go. All right, next one. Like, you're just like rocking, like you get punched, you get knocked down, and you're like, cool, all right. These people need to just get to that dark point, deeper point. Like, the only way that they're going to see this is by having these extreme situations happening to them. I almost said happy because I looked down at the bottom of the deck. We have happy family, number 4. This is your family. This is your full family. They are coming with. It's just they have to have it different. Blah. Whoa, that was weird. They have to have it differently. The messages are coming in jumbled for them because they have blocked themselves off from their heart. They are not connected to their heart like they think they are. They might experience strong emotions, but they have to numb it out or run away from them because they think like they'll lose family, they'll lose people if they get vulnerable or whatever it is. So they avoid these uncomfortable feelings. Like I said before, this person is probably extremely intelligent, but they don't want to look within their emotional intelligence. They absorb all this knowledge, they have all this discipline intellectually, but they don't apply it emotionally, heartfelt, from the heart. They don't apply it within their heart. They apply it mentally. This is your family though. You're choosing to, so like, you still walk through that gate. You still go through the gate. But interesting, we have the envy card. Bro, they see you walking through this gate and making these leaps of faith, and there's jealousy and envy in regard to this because they want to do that. They have that Queen of Wands energy. They think that they're this high spiritual being, they know all these things in Kabbalah, and, you know, I've read all these books and psychology, and I know myself, I'm healed. I've done shadow work, you know, like they're throwing all this stuff. I went to the retreats and did all these things. But there's a piece that they don't want to look at because they're doing it intellectually, not intuitively and emotionally. They're not allowing these things to flow through them and using them as signs and messages. They're stuck on this path because, well, in this book I read this and it has to be true. They're not allowing this expansion of, it's this unknown. Again, it's like they haven't seen it or experienced it, so they can't comprehend that this is the truth. This is a possibility. It's like they're stuck at this one choice, this one blockade, because either way they go, it's unknown. They want to follow you through that gate, that golden gate. They want that. They know that. Their soul cries to it. Metatron is calling to them. Their intuition is working and it is telling them to do something, but they have the fear. They're choosing to live in darkness instead of going to the golden gate. They live in the envy because they know that would be admitting they don't know everything. That would be admitting that some of the teachings don't apply anymore. It's this rigidity, this stuckness, like I said, fixed energy, fixed sign energy. And so they're envious that you're walking through these gates and making these leaps of faith on your intuition. They want to do that, and they know that they're supposed to do that. Second chakra, Archangel Ariel. That is like, dude, you're creating so much. You're bringing this abundance, and they know, like, they sense it on you, but they don't want to take that leap of faith just yet. They're going to get forced into this. Like, it's going to have to be burnt the fuck down. What's happening here? Like, what? Man holding a heart. Happy family. Oh my God. These people, if they don't, it's going to happen. I'm just telling you right now, whatever the fuck's gonna happen, these like horrible, awful things that need to happen to like burn to the ground, they have to crash out, however that's looking, it's going to finally crack open their heart because their heart is blocked off. They are not living from the heart. They're living from their mind and all the books that they've read and all of the knowledge they've absorbed. Instead of applying it to the heart, they stay in their head with their brain and their arrogance of their intelligence. They don't want to live from the heart because they've been burned before. And they don't want to lose this happy family, this tribe, whatever it is. They're going to be cracked open. Their heart is going to be cracked open. It's going to lead to a happy family. They just have to crash the fuck out. Like, okay, so what's the advice for the people that are like having to, you know, go on this, you know, trudge alone, trailblaze alone because this person doesn't want to follow? What do they do here? Angel of love. Honestly, pray for them and live from your heart. Keep loving on yourself. Just keep praying for them. Like, that's really all you can do. Like, door to romance. Yeah, keep like romanticizing your life, holding that hope and knowing that they are eventually coming with you, but you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait on them. You don't have to hold back on your dreams and these intuitive leaps of faith and all of this stuff. Like, you don't have to stop because of this. It is leading to love and romance and all of these nice things. Like, keep romanticizing your life. Keep leading from the heart, living from your heart, because you are doing the right thing. Whatever awful things they're telling you, it's because they're scared as fuck and they want to grasp onto control. They're coming with you eventually, but they have to crash out and have this horrible experience. So keep remaining positive, leading from the heart, knowing that romance and lovely things and amazing, romanticize your life still, despite letting them have their crazy ass experience. They're still coming with you. Don't worry. Thinking man, like I said, this person is very stuck in their head. Know that like each attack or whatever they're doing towards you or whatever's you're experiencing around them, that is strengthening you even more. Like, staying neutral and understanding that each attack or whatever thing is happening with them spiraling and freaking out and having all these experiences. This is bringing you more skills and more knowledge. Appreciation. Gratitude always gets you everywhere, anywhere. Live outwardly grateful, like speak gratitude in front of these people. Change the narrative, even if they're ready to fight and they want to fight and do all these bullshits to stay, like, get that fear fed, that demon fed, essentially. Stay outwardly gratitude, like grateful. Say, like, I'm thankful for this, like, you know, it's such a wonderful day, the sky is blue, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Stay in that gratitude, because that's going to keep your vibration high. And that person that's like leading by example, essentially. And we have door to spirit. Know that you have walked through this. You are taking those leaps of faith. Keep taking those leaps of faith. Don't let anybody stop you with their fear and their bullshit. They are going to have to crash the fuck out. Yes, this person might be very confident in the way they speak and the knowledge that they know, but you are living your own experience. Don't give your power away to this person, because they're choosing this. They're choosing to stay arrogant in their intelligence instead of living from the heart, because their heart is walled off because they've been hurt before and they don't want to get hurt. They got to have they literally just have to be burned to the ground. You are walking through this. You are helping this person walk through this door to spirit just by you living your life, staying high vibrational, being grateful, praying, all of these things, meditating, whatever you need to do. Yeah, we have storm warning at the bottom of the card. Like, they're going to crash out. They're going to start some bullshit. They're going to try and fight you. They're going to try and do this, that, say all these awful things, bring you down, try to get you to question your intuition, try to get you to question your path, try to get you to question your faith, because that's what's happening to them. Just so you know, like, this, they are meant to follow you. They are meant to be there. This is your happy family. It's just a tough time right now. Your strength is being challenged, and they're having to be, bro, like, they have a whole ass tornado coming for them. Like, they have to, if they don't choose this, if they don't choose to raise in vibration and keep following their faith and all of this, they're gonna have to get, I'm just seeing like a trailer park getting torn apart by a tornado. Like, they're gonna have an upheaval in their life. It will all be burnt to the ground if they choose to stay in this arrogance. Woman holding coin. Keep taking care of yourself. And see, the cat isn't annoyed in this picture. See that? The cat is like, yeah, I'm comfortable. Like, we're comfortable. I'm glad you listened to me. Like, thank you. Like, stay to those creature comforts, like taking care of your physical body, your surroundings, like cleaning your home, cleaning your space, whatever that needs to look like, taking care of your physical health, your hygiene, all of that stuff. Keep sticking to that, taking care. That woman holding a coin is also associated with Capricorn, like those earth signs. Bitch. I asked what that storm warning is about, and we have the Angel of Strength, which we have the Strength in reverse at the bottom of this deck. So same card associated. This is testing your strength. This person has a lot of weaknesses, and they need to see this physical proof. They have a lot of insecurities, I should say. They need to see this physical proof that they're strong to take this leap of faith. So they're going to have to crash the fuck out. A storm is a brewing, and it is coming for them. They're hearing the sirens, but they're not connecting the dots because of that spiritual, intellectual arrogance, because they're not living from their heart. They're not tearing those walls down around their heart. So you're getting your fucking shit checked with confidence. Like, your confidence is being tested, your strength is being tested. Like, you've weathered all the storms already, and you listen to the messages. This person needs to see their own strength, and they're gonna just have to be burned to the ground. All right, this is the message is repeating itself at this point. Yeah, the garden and the gate. I'm just seeing you, like, you're walking away, you're sitting in this new leap of faith that you did. You're doing the thing, you're listening to your intuition. This person's sitting all envious and jealous because you're advancing quicker than them, or whatever the fuck it is, because they want to do this, they want to follow you, but just keep rocking, they're gonna come up, they're gonna catch up eventually. It's just, don't wait on them. Don't hold back on your vision and your leaps of faith and your calling because this person's jealous or trying to get you to live in fear that they're living in. Bitch, hostilities under that. That's what that storm is. They're going to crash the fuck out. They're going to say all these awful things. It needs to happen this way because that's just what they need to get their ass whooped and finally, like, get it through their thick skull, get it past their facade, break open their heart, and finally see the truth. Financial constraints. Yeah, this person's finances, like, they might be worried about finances, or they're like holding, they're clinging to like a bunch of savings and they're not spending it when they like are being called to obviously do that and make leaps of faith in that way, or whatever it looks like. They're getting their ass whooped on all levels because they're not willing to take these leaps of faith. And we had the action card fall out. Notice how that white horse is ahead of the black horse. You're hauling ass. Like, that white horse is running. The black horse is walking. This person is walking in the same direction. They're going to the same place you are, but they are choosing a slower, harder path because they don't want to see it. And you're hauling ass. You're light. You're dumping all these burdens. I'm looking at that bird on the card. You're seeing things from a higher perspective because you're the falconer. You've got your little falcon. You're the divine messenger. You're hauling ass. You're doing it. You're taking action, divine action, in fact, inspiration, intuitive action that may not make sense. It may seem absurd, but you're doing this because you trust your faith and you are taking these leaps of faith. You're rising in vibration. You have seen the rewards of doing such things before. This person will eventually catch up after whatever the fuck happens to them. Just let them have their experience, and nothing they say or do is personal. It's just them living in a lot of fear and envy. All right, I'm going to end it there, babies. I love you so much. Keep staying strong. Keep riding the waves. The storm is warning. The storm is coming. They are getting the warnings. You already know what the fuck it is. Like, you're like, yeah, I'm going to head out. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go to this gate. I'm going to take these leaps of faith. I trust my intuition. I trust my faith, blah, blah, blah. It's a coming. I trust you, babes. I love you, babes. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for being here. Love you. Bye.